At some point, many of us will be faced with the reality that we can no longer live safely in our existing home. One option to consider is moving into a community that can assist with your activities of daily living. Veronica Jonas with North Star Senior Advisors is here to explain the different residential options available to consumers. And Veronica, we were just chatting a moment ago, you know, when folks are faced with that situation, whether it's for themselves or for a loved one, the term nursing home is always brought up. But you tell us there's lots of other possibilities.
Definitely. There's a lot of possibilities, such as independent living facilities, assisted living facilities, and then there's memory care communities that are a branch under assisted living facilities, as well as continuing care retirement communities.
So really, what is the kind of a simple difference between, say, an independent apartment and an assisted residential community?
So independent living communities are for those that do not need care. Maybe they want to downsize, maybe they need transportation, meals, activities, they don't want to live alone anymore, and housekeeping, the things that you kind of want to have
someone else take care of. Yeah, and I can think of a lot of possibilities. Maybe empty nesters, and now they don't want that big house responsibility, or perhaps the death of a spouse, and then someone's by themselves.
Exactly, and then from there you have assisted living, and most of the time independent and assisted living facilities are kind of on the same campus, and so assisted living facilities are just about everything that I mentioned, except now they have care options. So they'll get the assistance with activities of daily living.
So that kind of comes into play, the person's medical situations, their health situations. And now you've told us there are 4 different types of residential facilities, basically. So if you can tell us kind of who would be best for that, maybe some payment options, things like that.
So if you're independent, you don't need maybe help with any of your activities of daily living, such as bathing, dressing, grooming, toileting, medication management, then you would want to go into an independent living facility. The average cost right now, it varies. However, I've seen anywhere from $2,500 a month or so for a studio, and that includes everything, all your meals and activities, housekeeping and all that.
That is so helpful for folks, because I know a lot of times maybe a senior living alone, the last thing they want to do is cook a meal.
Exactly. And so, they have gourmet meals, so that's awesome.
Oh, sure, that's great. Now, and then the next level?
The next is an assisted living facility. And in the assisted living facility, the average cost in Florida is about $3,200 a month. Give or take. There are some that are less, there are some that are more. It's everything that I mentioned in an independent living facility. The only difference is now they're going to receive care, so they'll add on additional costs for levels of care depending on what your loved one needs.
Sure, and if then you can quickly go ahead through the last 2, and we'll have more information on this.
Yes, absolutely. So then there's a memory care, which is kind of under the assisted living umbrella, and that's everything that I've mentioned with the activities of daily living, help and medications, but it's more for those living with Alzheimer's and dementia, and it's in a secured environment. And then the next is a continuing care retirement community, which is all of the above on one campus. And typically it's a flat move-in fee. It's like a buy-in program, and then you pay a monthly rate, whatever that rate is.
And I'm sure when people are starting to kind of go into this process, make sure the place is licensed and safe, look for more information. And so speaking of information, how do we get in touch with you?
So you can visit me on my website, and that's www.northstarsa.com, or you can call my office, 407-796-1582.
And we'll have all that information, because Veronica, I do truly appreciate you walking me through the difference between the assisted residential options. Thanks.